Entertainment rankings and reviews. Mini reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to as the Big D, back again with another set of mini reviews. Today I'm going to be tackling 3 films, and I'll be doing them in mini review form. They will be spoiler free, so bear with me. And I'll give you my quick thoughts on these films. So I'm going to try and go as best as I can, what have you. Try to keep them maybe 5 minutes or less tops. If I go a little over, bear with me, okay? Usually I would probably make a mini review maybe 5 to 6 minutes. That would be the thing to do. But anyway, this is gonna go from high to low. Well, actually low to high because I'm gonna start with the lowest um reviewed, well, lowest reviewed film. Okay, and one of these is actually the very first bad film I've seen this year. I know y'all have seen other bad films that came out since Night Swim was one of them, and more recently, you guys have given Man Web the harsh treatment and made one of the feel like one of the worst films of the year. Well, bear with me. I've watched one bad film already this year that came out, so let's start with that first thing. The first film I'm going to talk about is Roleplay, which was released on Prime Video last month. It's an action comedy film directed by Thomas Vincent, written by Seth Owen, and produced by Andrew Rona and Kaylee Cuoco, who actually stars in this, along with David Oyelowo, I apologize if I pronounced it, Kai Nielsen, and Bill Nighy. Now, this is kind of hard to talk about and what have you. Anyway, it's about a married couple who decide to spice up their relationship with a roleplay game, but their secret is revealed when a murder investigation ensues. Well, Cuoco plays Emma, who has a wonderful husband and 2 kids in the suburbs of New York. She also has a secret life as an assassin for hire, a secret that her husband Dave discovers when the couple decide to spice up their marriage with a little role play. And well, I am gonna say this film is, well, okay and what have you. Now I appreciate with having some action and what have you, and that's completely cool and what have you. I mean, I'm fine with the action. My problem with this film is the comedy. There really wasn't much of any bit of it to give me a good laugh or anything. Excuse me. As much as I hate to say it, but apparently, this film, well, I'm gonna say that the story is alright. I mean, its cast isn't too bad, but um, it's just that its comedy was a little, yeah. It could have used some spin polish on it and what have you to make it decent and what have you. So, yeah. Well, for our cast, we have Kaylee Cuoco in the role of Emma, David Oyelowo. I'm sorry if I'm Oyelowo. There, I got it right. There we go. That's how you pronounce it. Who has been in films like The Butler, Selma, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, The Help, Lincoln, Red Tails, and even Jack Reacher. And of course, he's more recently appeared in the Paramount Plus series Lawman Bass Reeves, which I haven't watched that show yet, but I've been thinking about it. And he's alright. Bill Nighy, who I remember from the Pirates of the Caribbean films and several others, he plays the character of Bob Kellerman. He's fine. And Kai Nielsen, I know that one. She plays the character of Gwen Carver, and she's alright and what have you. But anyway, everybody was not impressed with this film like I am. The film sets at 27% on Rotten Tomatoes, and Variety Films said, luckily the film is handled lightly enough by Vincent's director and Seth Owen's script that we never feel the need to take it very seriously, which is fortunate because otherwise we'd have to ponder why we're rooting for an immorally ruthless hit woman anyway. That's understandable. But unfortunately, again, I was not impressed with roleplay. I'd say skip this film. For my score, I give roleplay 2 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 4. Okay, that about covers it. Next film, please. The next film I'm going to talk about is another action comedy flick, and that would be Freelance, released last October by Relativity Media, starring John Cena along with Alison Brie, Juan Pablo Raba, and Christian Slater. Directed by Pierre Morel and written by Jacob Lentz in his feature writing debut. Now, the film focuses on Mason Perez, a former U.S. Army Special Forces um, guy who was injured and medically discharged after a failed mission to assassinate Paldonian dictator Juan Venegas. In present day, Perez is working as a lawyer, a job he despises. And one day he is approached by a former ASF team member who offers him a highly paid personal security job where he has to protect disgraced journalist Claire Wellington as she goes to Paledonia to interview Venegas. The mission upsets his wife Jenny, who doesn't want their daughter Casey to live without a father. Well, apparently, once once Mason and Claire meet Venegas after arriving in Paledonia. They're ambushed by a group that tries to kill Venegas, destroying their cars in the process. Well, that's when Cena comes into action. Well, I'm gonna say this film's alright and what have you. Not really one of Cena's greats. I'd rather watch The Marine or Playing with Fire over this. This is kind of a, but it's fine, what have you. But this film bombed at the box office. It only made 9.1 million against its $40 million budget. And critics this like crazy. It sits at a mere 6% on Rotten Tomatoes, saying much like a real life freelance gig, this style in action comedy offers no benefits. Hell, I would rather even watch Vacation Friends 2 over this. I know that was as good as its predecessor in some ways, but it was alright and what have you. But this is okay and what have you. But anywho, I'm gonna say this film kind of is a hit or miss and what have you. It does provide a few laughs, not as many as I hoped for, but it does provide some good action though. John Cena does a pretty good job in playing Mason Perez. He's pretty good. Alison Brie plays Claire Wellington. She's good. Juan Pablo Raba plays Juan Venegas. Pretty good. And Christian Slater, boy, I haven't heard from him for some time, plays Sebastian Earl. Not bad. Alice Eve plays Mason's wife Jenny, and Maureen Sakis plays the character Colonel Jean Cohorst. I'm gonna say the cast is good and what have you, but it's just that it could have been a little, just a wee bit better. Probably not one of Cena's best though, but it's an alright film. The film's currently available streaming on Hulu. If you're interested, if you're a die-hard John Cena fan, or maybe you like Alison Brie, or you really want to see Christian Slater, then I'd say maybe give this film a one-time watch, though. Because, like I said, not really one of the greats, but overall, it's alright. For my score, I give Freelance 3 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 6.5. Next film, please. And finally, here's another film that came out last year that I didn't see until just more recently, and that's Bottoms, released by Orion and directed by Emma Seligman, who co-wrote with Rachel Sennett. It's a satirical teen comedy flick starring Sennett along with Ayo Edeberry. If I mispronounce it, I apologize. Ruby Cruz, Havana Rose Liu, Kaya Gerber, Nicholas Galatzine, and others. Now, the film focuses on two high school senior girls who set up a fight club as a way to hook up with the cheerleaders. I didn't know what to think of this. It did okay and what have you. I mean, it just barely made it past the budget, making 13 million against its $11 million budget. Anyway, it focuses on these girls, PJ and Josie. They're unpopular lesbian best friends who have never had SCX. Well, they pine for popular cheerleaders, Isabel and Brittany, respectively. At the beginning of their school year, PJ and Josie, joined by their friend Hazel, attend the local fair where they witness Isabel and her boyfriend, Jeff, the quarterback of the Rockbridge Falls Vikings, having an argument. Isabel gets into PJ and Josie's car, and they softly bump Jeff's knees when he refuses to move out of the way. Jeff falls to the ground, finding severe injury. So, when school starts, rumors spread that PJ and Josie were in juvie over the summer and that the girls had physically fought Jeff. Well, when the principal threatens them with expulsion, Josie lies that they were simply practicing for a feminist self defense club. So they actually set up the self defense club in the name of female empowerment with Hazel's help. Though they secretly want to use it to get attractive girls to have sex with them. Yeah, I'm going to say it. They ask a careless and disinterested history teacher, Mr. G, who is currently going through a divorce, to be their advisor since they assume he won't show up for the club meetings, though he does anyway. But he attempts to shut it down after seeing how violent it is. But PJ and Josie managed to convince him that it's about female empowerment, and he changes his mind, growing more interested in feminism as a result. Hmm. Yeah, when I watched this film, the film's actually currently streaming on both MGM Plus and Prime Video. I must admit, I really liked this. I mean, I didn't know what to tell you, but I mean, I hadn't seen the likes of something like this since Booksmart. Well, I feel like this is kind of like Booksmart and meets Fight Club in a way, or maybe it's the other way around. Anyway, the film got good reviews. It's at 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, saying propulsive and over the top. The film is an instant high school comedy classic that feels both current and nostalgic. I agree. Variety commended the direction and screenplay, particularly of its characters and humor, saying that the film is unlike any high school comedy you've ever seen. It's a satire of victimization, a satire of violence, and a satire of itself. It walks a tightrope between sensitivity and insanity with a knowing bit of inanity. And it's full of moments that are defiantly what we once used to call incorrect. Deadline Hollywood admired the lead performances and Seligman's direction, but found some faults with the screenplay, saying the film is fun, but with some slight tweaks, this pick could have been an epic exploration of the gay areas of queerness and what it means to stand in the center of that as an adolescent. Yeah, in a review for Rolling Stone, this guy referred to this as the horniest, bloodiest high school movie of the 21st century, and he lauded every aspect of the film, including its direction, screenplay, and cast performances. Well, I must say the direction was really good by Rachel Sennett herself, who, after recently appearing in Bodies the previous year, I almost didn't know that was her, but yeah, she was pretty good in what have you as PJ. Now, okay, I'm pronouncing this. Io Barry, who of course was starring the on the hit award-winning show The Bear, plays Josie. I'm going to say she's good. Ruby Cruz played Hazel. She's good. Havana Rose Liu played Isabel. Very good. And Kaya Gerber played Brittany. And Marshawn Lynch played Mr. G. He's pretty funny. I gotta say, this film's absolutely bonkers and what have you. Like I said, I feel like this is like Fight Club meets Booksmart, or maybe it's the other way around. As I've said before, But overall, I found it to be pretty funny. Now, I didn't bring up the music for the other two films because they didn't know much about the music. But this film does have good stuff done by Leo Beringberg along with Charlie XCX. Yes, you heard me. Well, as person who performed who was part of performance of the song "I Love It," and of course "Boom Clap," which I've got that song on my MP3 player. If you remember that song. Anywho, that was pretty awesome too. But she's actually got a song on the soundtrack you'll hear at the end of the film, as a matter of fact. Anyway, Bombs I think was absolutely very, very good. Oh yeah, Elizabeth Banks is one of the producers of the film. So I gotta say, this was really something. For my score, I'm gonna give Bombs 4 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it an 8.5. So that's gonna do. What did you think of these films? Did you like any of these? Did you see maybe role play, freelance, or bombs? Well, just but yeah, I would recommend you check out Bombs. Like I say, it's currently on Amazon Prime Video as well as MGM Plus. Check that out. So anyway, tell me what you thought about one or two or three of these films if you've seen them all in the comment section below. If you like the video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And join me next time when I bring to you a review of The Boy Next Door. So I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, check out my reviews for these other films. I might as well throw up some of the good ones that I mentioned here. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Fight Club from 1999. The upper right hand corner is my review of another John Cena film, which was The Marine, his first ever film. Or if you'd like, go to the bottom left hand corner and see my previous mini reviews vid, which included a recent Prime video, The Underdogs, plus another one, but it's left my mind. I've just been a little worn after working so much. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.